The good thing is though, Nuke, this is a better map for GODSENT, if not a very almost bad one for MIBR. So it was a little bit of a tricky one in the veto, as the desk already highlighted. But coming off of map 1, there must be some sort of confidence now roaring inside of MIBR's blood.
Yeah, absolutely. And for GODSENT, we really need to see all the players step up. We talked about Anna yesterday as she was having some really impactful moments, but it's ASTRA that I'm really looking to. She's the AWP player and really has to be able to show us why she's got her hands on that big weapon. And the IGL as well, right? So a lot of weight on her shoulders as we go into the second map of elimination.
Again, I'm not sure what's up, but I've been seeing a lot of duelists during this whole event. This time around, it's Akina and LyttleZ on both of them. Oh, they're gonna strike, not really finding anyone yet. Instead, it's a ding onto her own, and Anna takes her down with first kill. Though LyttleZ does manage to grab a nice cheeky kill for herself onto Mini, making this now a 4-on-4. Though the favor of health certainly looks good for GODSENT. Josi is very low now. Oh my god, they're gonna just go straight into the smoke with Heron not being checked, but at least the bomb is down.
I can't believe they get away with that. I thought they were just going to go straight back up the fence onto the A site, which is completely open, but they managed to get the bomb down, and then we go into the post plan here. It's the 4-on-4. Those dualies are in play, and there is a kit as well. The first kill comes through. Kizza trying to find Sweat's door, and he's successful with it. There's those dual Berettas coming through for dual kills.
Free for her with the dualies. That is a solid start, and with that kid in play, looking very strong. And we were saying earlier, you know, okay, if GODSENT want to make something off of it, they might just need their pistol round and then try and get some momentum going, at least a couple of rounds on the board. But with MIBR having this start now, it's quite rough. The good thing is, though, GODSENT did snatch that bomb plant, so that's money in the bank.
I think one thing that we've noticed from GODSENT is Mini's lurk. She's a very critical player for them. When she goes down, that's pretty much the round over. And we saw that a couple of times on Dust 2 towards Long. We saw her just there and towards Lobby. So look to her in Lobby as being a real key part of the puzzle for GODSENT, and someone that we really do need to be seeing having that level of impact.
2 players still on just some pistols, but we have a little bit of a utility pool, some rifles, and that scout onto ASTRA. We saw back on Dust 2 that she was amazing with it, though this time not a shot connecting just yet. And also therefore making her presence known. Though the defense doesn't seem to be shifting that much, just holding their ground for now. And now Hira is met with a smoke, will fake the jump into lower ground. Oh, she's struggling with the spray. And okay, at least there is some backup. LyttleZ grabs 2 for her own, and with that, okay, Hera's lost, but still 4 players alive and kicking for MIBR, leaving everything on the shoulders of Mini. There's an AK, but honestly, with this investment, you kind of want to try and hold on to it.
Yeah, you don't really want to go for this round unless the kills present themselves, because you're not going to be able to invest into the next. At the very least, you can have a hero AK around some pistols. She might still try and get the bomb down here. It is actually open. She's found a bit of a gap here to exploit. You can see that there are 2 players on A and then 2 towards ramp. So she might be able to get the bomb down here, which is a bit of a win for GODSENT. And then in the post plant, she might even be able to find a couple of kills. So she's going to drop that smoke, make her way onto the side here. If she gets this bomb plant down, that's already success. Just a few seconds left. She does get it on, but now they're going to be overwhelming her. And yeah, just 4 players. Never really a chance for her to give that one a look in, but it's a small consolation at the end for GODSENT.
So 4 players alive. Money is slowly going to be then building up. They do still need to defuse that bomb. We all know the trauma that the CSGO scene has had. But no, the defuse does come through. And with that, of course, the round now for MIBR on the board. Oof. Yeah, again, the utility game is very solid for MIBR. Good flashbangs. And LyttleZ just very versatile. First up, she was throwing some flashbangs to support outside and then moving in to help out towards ramp. So synergy seems to be on point currently for MIBR.
And at least off the back of that bomb plant, as mentioned, they've got a little bit going into this one. We can see the upgraded pistols. I'll be going for a bit of an aggressive pop play here. You can see them setting up outside of hut, getting ready to go onto the A bomb side, but that utility has already done so much damage. The flash is going to be there to support, but josi on the side, she's able to get through. The Tech-9 does come through for a kill of its own, but the rifles just reign supreme. That initial damage done with the utility to soften them up, and then it's too easy to mow them down.
Yeah, it was a very quick one as well. But now time to have them buy up the board, and the ARP in the hands of ASTRA. Not a scout this time around. And MIBR is going to use their timeout. And again, this happened in the last map as well. Just as soon as GODSENT hit that buy round, they just want to make sure that they're going to hold on to their streak and not lose it all again, you know, ending up struggling with economy or anything like that. So back to have a solid game plan. And yeah, I like that. They definitely have the long run in mind.
Scary sight with LyttleZ 6-0. Has an AWP now as well. She was the top performer, not top of the scoreboard, but just in terms of impact, ADR and rating. LyttleZ for MIBR and Dust 2 was a force to be reckoned with. So it's a scary prospect if she gets off to a similar start here. No AWP, oh, actually there's AWP, sorry, for ASTRA, so we get to see that one. Hopefully she can find some impact with that one. Going to be going for the peek towards Squeaky here. No one on the other side.
Molotov is going to be hitting the hut, but not really any problems so far for MIBR. They can just hold on, spray a little bit, you know, make their presence known, and then force GODSENT to go back a little bit again. We still have a couple players outside now trying to group up. Some utility will go raining to have that smoke wall towards secret. But of course the question is, will they make use of it? Will they try and sneak around it? There's a lot of things you can do with these smokes, but by the looks of it, she is going to get into secret very sound and safely.
I think just throwing those smoke walls and conditioning the CT is critical as well, because now they don't know where the hit's coming, and it's going to be A. Akina on the side here isn't even needed at the moment. It's josi swinging out for 2 from CT then. Does get traded out by ASTRA eventually, but the AWP not the weapon you want to be entering, especially when there's the enemy one up towards heaven. Trades coming through really solid here for MIBR. Mini with an opportunity here, but gets tagged by the AWP player. Has to find this headshot. Oh, the nade is going to close her out. Player comes up through Ben Aurora. We saw her sneak down there earlier. Now she's in the 1-on-4. That's the first there. And then the second as well. Fantastic headshot. She can collect that bomb now. Can get that one planted. There is a player in towards lobby. You can see how aware she is. Knows where all these players are from. That's the first. The second, you can see the awareness. Drops the incendiary. Now she can get this bomb planted, but she's still not sure. There's the kill, and she does it, Aurora! It's a 1-on-4. That is absolutely incredible.
Oh, wow. That was so well played as well. She used the Molotov to at least deal with Hut. Then she was a little bit aware, maybe perhaps still in heaven, but then, oh, the timing, another fake to top it off with. It's so well played. And this is where the experience comes through, because Aurora, she knows these types of events. She's played them time and time again, and now with some, maybe perhaps some rookies still beside her, but man, if it is up to the individuals, she can deliver.
Incredible, just the way that she took each of those fights individually, the awareness. Amazing stuff from her. Popping up through vents, gets the first kill with the HE, and finds each and every one of them. So a fantastic fight back here from GODSENT early on. But it can't just be the individual heroics, Fearless. We need to see all of these players stepping up with that team synergy.
Yeah, and actually, well, if this wouldn't have happened, the thing that honestly was bringing them down is that they all sort of went in one by one into the site, not really trading one another, really struggling, still not having the intel as to where all the players of MIBR are positioned within the site. And that's suddenly where it gets tricky. Luckily for Aurora, she was able to hold on and pull through, but now it is obviously crucial that they can convert onto an X. Otherwise, their money is just going to be again down the drain.
You can see, just because it comes down to that clutch, money not great. This is a critical round for both teams, actually, if you look at the bank. It's a very important one if GODSENT can convert. Aurora has snuck her way down secret again. We saw what she was able to do last time she made her way down there. And again, looks like ASTRA is setting up, throwing the Molotov in through the upper vents. Maybe a repeat of the round before.
Hera's still dealing with a bit of ramp aggression. Meanwhile, though, Aurora did indeed find a kill. Ooh, bit of a team tag, but at least Anna does grab the kill onto Josie, making things looking quite good for GODSENT now. Aurora, though, taken out by Kiza. And Astra spotted a player there towards the ramp. There's in fact two of them, but oh, Astra is quick on the trigger, and now the intel was there. And a lot of pressure will soon be onto MIBR, because there's only two of them left. LyttleZ also tagged down pretty heavily, and she's the one with the kit.
Yeah, at this stage with the bomb tick down, you just want to hold on to these rifles so you at least have something going into the follow-up. Astra doesn't even want to let LyttleZ try and recover that M4. You can see she's interested in it, but decides that the Galil will have to do it. Make her way towards ramp, save onto that one, and at least they have something going into the follow-up. Because as mentioned, that was a bit of an economy breaker for MIBR. 3 players now with not really a good position to buy into this one, so they'll have to either force around these rifles or just let the rifles do the work and hope that they can get it done.
I do see some utility being bought by LyttleZ, but most people are just going to stick to around that $2,000 mark, just to make sure that they have what it takes to, you know, at least try and grab the next round. Because at least, you know, they're a round ahead, they can have a little bit of a buffer. Oof, but this start from Anna or Mini with another one to top it off with. This is a strong start for GODSENT, leaving just 2 pistols alive, not a single bit of armor. Ooh, there is a recovered Galil now. But how much can you do? Okay, a little bit of extra economic damage, you know, considering that some of the GODSENT players had to rebuy utility as well. Ooh, Josie with the pistol making things rough, but the kills still come through for GODSENT, making it now very contending, 3-3.
Yeah, like that from GODSENT, they know that the economy can't be great. They knew that there was at least 2 saved rifles, so they don't overcommit. They let the force, the pushes come to them. Play it nice, safe, and clean, only losing 1 player, and now the momentum is with them. Comes off the back of that amazing 1v4 from Aurora, and then 2 clean follow-up rounds. Now the rifles come back out for MIBR, but no AWP this time. LyttleZ has to contend with the A4 instead, and Astra goes uncontested with hers.
Oh, she's gonna quickly run again. And no one really there to punch it just yet. Though Akina is aware. She's gonna be smoking it off. Not sure. Aurora will sit back for now. There's a tiny gap. But now she also is very much aware of her back, because what if someone comes out and lurks? Not going to happen though this time around. All the eyes seem to be going towards that A side, and that's indeed where GODSENT is about to head. A lot of utilities now going to pop up flashes. They don't do much, and Josie can still sit in the side though. Now, oh, look at this. The sandwich coming through from MIBR. Ooh, they got Meryl sticking out. So at least Astra has that bit of intel, but there is a player advantage.
Yeah, she keeps trying to get baited here. Can't quite hit the flick, but Aurora's doing all the work herself. That spray's a little bit awkward. Astra's able to trade it out, and once again, we're into a one-on-one. Astra does not know where Hera is, but is aware of that ramp position. She hits the flick, the headshot. It's another clutch for GODSENT, and it gets them up to 4.
That's a smart read, knowing, okay, we had a player up in heaven, and we had another one close to the site, and then, okay, where could that last player be rotating from? And it's smart that they thought it was towards the lobby area. So good for Astra. It's a nice Astra confidence boost, you know, 2 clutches, and having now a couple of rounds back to back. So now they can get going.
And it's good to see that, you know, MIBR, they had the momentum coming into this. They went off to a good start, but GODSENT, they're not going to let them run away with it this time. You know, we saw such a dominant, it was a 10-0 first half from MIBR. So GODSENT looking like at the very least they feel a lot more comfortable here on their map pick of Nuke. And that's good signs on the T side as well, especially.
Ooh, yeah. And Astra seems to definitely have come alive quick on that orb. And now, slowly but surely, a tiny bit more money in the bank. Not so much for MIBR. They need to just have some pistols for this one. Oh, from josi.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
this is suddenly real dangerous. Ana also tagged up, and she only has a Mach 10 as well. So if they could use their timings well enough, at least Aurora swings and goes big, free for her, but another deagle kill on top of it, leaving Ana with just a Mach 10, and that could get real tricky. You know, not quite much the range and the precision on that rifle. And Kiza also has an AK in hand, and that becomes absolutely deadly and disastrous for GODSENT. And MIBR, they just take it right back.
After all those incredibly calculated rounds, the perfect utility, the baiting out, getting Aurora through secret, all these different mind games they were playing, they go for the vent dive against pistols and they get completely punished. The smoke gets too narrow, there's a big opening, they get grey screened. josi here finds 2 for free. I mean, this second kill, that's a bit of a freebie. Aurora's heroics here, that triple, that could have been it that undoes it, but she goes down and it's just filtered onto the site. Feels like a bit of maybe a misplay there, a bit of a miscalculation going for that fast, aggressive vent drive, and it doesn't pay off.
A lot of presence now towards outside. Kiza is ready here. Trying to just be patient by the red box. Oh, the Molotov! Oh, it will force her to go a little bit in front. Though ASTRA misses the shot, but leave it up to Aurora to make some use of those comps and grab the kill instead. So that is already now 1 player lost for MIBR. Of course, there's quite some intel. We know that the presence was there, but it's actually just Aurora again that went this time around in garage, not in secret, and the rest of the players went back into lobby.
I don't think they're aware that she's there, and she heard LyttleZ fire off that AWP shot, so she has a really critical position here. You can see LyttleZ is just holding this line, has no awareness that anyone could possibly have crossed through that chaos. Starting to maybe second guess it now just because there hasn't been contact for so long, but Aurora might catch a timing here, and that would be a huge kill to find. They already have the player advantage, and with her scoping in and out there, that's Aurora definitely aware of it coming through, and that's the kill. Aurora, she activates. Player advantage still here for GODSENT. They did lose 1 during all of the chaos, but Aurora's just holding her W key all the way through towards ramp here. Hera tucked into the backside, it's going to punish her though, and she can still sit here and try and play the turret, but Ana is ready for the trade. The player advantage still towards GODSENT as they're barreling towards B.
Aurora just simply went in a tad bit too early before the rest of the team was already there. If not, the round could perhaps be even more clean. But MIBR still alive and kicking, ready to fight and try to take on the retake. Bit of a missed shot at first, but Ana at the close angle with the rifle, quick as ever. And finally, yeah, GODSENT have definitely come alive now on their own map pick.
Yeah, we've got a game in our hands here after that blowout that was Dust 2. GODSENT looking like a completely different beast here on Nuke. All of the players having their moments to shine. Aurora being incredibly impactful. We saw that opening, well, that second kill out towards Garage. She finds the AWP, that just sends everything into chaos. And Ana with a fantastic spray transfer at the end. So once again, MIBR, they are relegated to these pistols. They were able to steal one away a couple of rounds ago, so don't count them out of this one.
Now that all the momentum is in their favor, you know, MIBR not quite having the money in the bank. This is again another opportunity for GODSENT to strike. And the smoke walls back up on the board. Now they're just going to be exploring the map, having a lot of free ground right now. And right now it is getting very quiet for GODSENT.
They're pushing up with these pistols. ASTRA is holding it, but the timing eludes her. There is a flashbang and repositions. Might get caught out here in the open, able to reposition towards red box though. Can use that for cover, but the Deagle reigns supreme. That's the AWP going down, the player advantage now, but pullox gets through this Molotov out, and Aurora finds the 2 kills towards Hell. That opens up the A-bomb site, and this threat, it is dealt with.
Another bomb planted. Molotov still delaying LyttleZ there a tad bit. And they have some money. They have a kit. No smoke, otherwise you could perhaps go for a very cheeky ninja. But Ana is Well, just looked to the wrong angle. There was a player going to come from there eventually. Just not right at that moment. So another kill coming in. That's another rifle in the hands of the CTs as well. And pullox is eager to hunt them down. It's being shut down too. So I think it's going to be another rifle, 2 AKs right now in their hands, and they're all going to die now. Okay, yes, GODSENT do take the round, but that's 2 recovered AKs and open hand. It's actually not too shabby for MIBR.
Yeah, it's a win for MIBR. They get an AWP, they keep armor on at least 2 of those players, they wipe out the entire T side. That's pretty much the second best outcome other than still in the round away, so they're going to be happy with that one. GODSENT maybe getting a little bit over-eager on the hunt towards the end there. LyttleZ with the AWP, she doesn't miss them when you come running straight at her. She's 15 for 5 at the moment.
I'm just wondering, what if MIBR suddenly take this round and then GODSENT have like nothing in the bank because of all those losses? That might cost you in the end, but we would have to wait and see, of course, if MIBR can take it. Or like this aggressive positioning of Akina, just very up close, using the smokes to her advantage, just with that gap, making some use of it. No, this is interesting because Aurora is gonna keep on doing this, keep sneaking into secret, and at some point, someone needs to say hello and punish her.
Yeah, she wasn't spotted on that crawl down outside. And they don't have any players down to greet her as well, so she could potentially find an opening here, although she'll have to make noise if she wants to make it onto the site at all. Could break that glass just to keep her a bit distracted here, although LyttleZ's rotated over with the AWP, so they have a good defensive setup. There comes that glass break, the flash comes through, LyttleZ, she gets pushed off the angle, but she can just re-peek into it. The bomb gets dropped, and she's just going to pick them out of the sky. 2 kills so far, but the utility is going to force her back eventually.
I like that additional nade as well, making her even lower, knowing that the Molotov would probably already tag her. But all the advantage is now in favor of MIBR, 4-2 as far as players go. And now the pressure is back on, you know, you kind of need this round, maybe pullox can then buy, but the rest will suddenly have no money left in the bank again. pullox in a great position, but will be traded out after she grabbed that 1 kill. And Aurora, she has been the star player, but just a single flashman to work with, a lot of smokes in place. Oh, she's going to make use of the window, but oh, look at that, 2 kills for Aurora, and the third one to find, and she can just wait it out. She can play the long game, and there's not another smoke for the CTs to use. Oh, she's shooting at the wrong body, that's a dead one, and with that, MIBR take the round. They steal it away by the mistake of Aurora.
The face plant at the end, we've all been there, guys. We've all thought the dead body was the player. That's so unfortunate. Such an incredible play she had made there. She got the 2 difficult kills there. Yeah. That smoke towards double door, she flashes through it to imply that she's going to be swinging out behind it, and then she goes up towards control. She gets the double kill here. Perfect target selection onto Akina first, then onto the AWPer. But josi, she's just, yeah.
She is quick too.
Steals that one away.
And oh, look at that. The fans are excited. The Brazilians.
We got some MIBR fans.
No, yeah, but they, of course, they're coming to play after stomping on Dust 2. And now, oh, look at that. Of course, I mean, this is so beautiful to see.
Future CS Pro there in the audience.
100%, hands down. But that is the fun thing about these events, you know, because earlier on we saw like another person, some families out there together with the kids, and it's really cool to see that these events are very inspiring.
A lot of Brazilian fans here at DreamHack Valencia. A lot of Brazilian teams.
Yeah.
Now, off the back of that one, it's put GODSENT in not the greatest position economically. You can see they got the hero AK onto pullox and then just pistols on the rest. Hera has been a little bit of a weak point here, so potentially could be exploited, but she's just going to spray them down. 3 kills for her, all headshots, and the 4th. Fantastic stuff. And now Aurora on this lurk, she gets punished, and MIBR clean up.
Oh, now they get it rolling again. And that's great, you know, you've won a round, it was very, very close, but you need to like capitalize on more and more. Because otherwise it could still spiral back right into your opponent's hands, but it's not going to happen just yet.
Even still, 6 rounds is a reasonable half on Nuke, and there's still 3 more to play for. So potential for GODSENT to still get the lead here on their T half. These smokes, oh, bit of a timing there. Aurora's able to exploit it, but they are aware that she's made it through this time. They spotted her on the cross to red box, and they suspect that given she's been doing it so much, she's probably doing it again, but it's a fast play out onto A this time. Akina, she's getting overwhelmed, but it's josi on top of the hut that does it all. Aurora left alone on this lurk, does pop up and do damage onto Kizza. Once again, it's going to have to be a clutch from her. The 1v3 this time, maybe a little bit more reasonable than the 1v4, but still an incredibly difficult feat to pull off.
She's going to fake it again. This time, there's a lot of time for MIBR to work with. They can be patient, they can group up. And now, we have a player coming in from main, from lobby, and heaven. And there's kids in play. This is looking very good for MIBR. Aurora, though, is going to swing, use the side, and it's again 2 kills for her. She can't quite clutch it out this time around again, but it's a good attempt, and she's currently on 18 kills, but I think the problem currently is with GODSENT that some of the others, you know, it needs to come again and again from Aurora. You can't just leave it all up to her.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, right? It can't be up to the individuals, right? We can't just be winning these rounds off clutches. It needs to be a consistent team effort. But still, I mean, this is a decent half so far, and there's still 2 more rounds to play with. If they can get up to 7, I think they're feeling very comfortable going into the CT side.
Yes, hands down. So for this round, they actually are going to be going for it, not save up. Oh no, okay, actually they have a little bit of extra money in the bank, but it's sort of like a half buy, some upgraded pistols, some nades. They might be able to work off of that. But of course, MIBR is definitely eager to say no to that, make the scoreline as favorable for themselves as they can. Oh, and there's a gap. A lot of intel. Kizza's not shooting, just waiting and see the information. So now the push is going to go through. They catch that one ramp player, and now they can swarm in and go as a unit over towards the B side. Aurora's thinking though, should we go back up onto defense? Have they all rotated over? But by the looks of it, they're still going to go to B.
Yeah, the fact they get the site for free and there's no contest immediately, they're going to decide to get that bomb down. So that's already a win here, considering it was a very light investment coming into this one, and it's a 5-player retake from Ram. ASTRA tucked in here with the Desert Eagle. She's good for 1, but has to really go big here. That's the 2nd and the 3rd, but she gets traded out eventually. Once again, we see Aurora in the clutch, a Mach 10 this time. The 1 versus 2. The bomb is planted for her, a huge amount of damage onto the first player, but she's been brought low herself, and they know exactly where she is, going to be spraying through the smoke, trying to find the kill, but she is not able to connect.
Ooh, again, there's always time and time again Aurora in these clutch situations. She does so incredibly well, but this time, you know, the amount of weaponry and utility, if only she had like a nade or another Molotov on top of it, things could have looked even better for GODSENT, but they make it very contending considering that, you know, they for the majority just had some pistols.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent round. Now they can get the full investment going into the last round of the half. AWP once again out from ASTRA. AKs across the board. GODSENT 6 already, so feeling reasonably good on their T side, but they love to get this 7th. Akina, she doesn't want to allow it, trying to play around this smoke, but the timing is missed. I love this position from Kizza up on top of the blue box here. Should be able to exploit this one, but it's going to be running straight into Akina anyway. josi on site. Sniffing something out here, but not quite able to find it. Eventually she does, and that's the bomb. It gets dropped. It falls forward onto site.
Oh yeah, Mini can see it, but not for much longer. And LyttleZ, of course, always quick on the trigger, and with that, a 9-6 half, Lucy.
Yeah, 9-6 has mentioned it's not the worst case scenario. Going into that CT side of Nuke, GODSENT should be feeling relatively comfortable on the preferred side, considering what we're seeing from some of these individuals.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong start, but still some room for GODSENT there to work with. Can they bring it back? We will see after a short break.
closer affair here on Nuke, the map pick of GODSENT. 6 rounds on their T half, and off the back of some pretty incredible plays, we saw some amazing clutches coming in from Aurora. And going into the CT side, all are going to have to step up if they want to avoid being eliminated.
Yeah, and this is the thing, GODSENT had quite a couple of good rounds, but it was mainly Aurora being the star player. She has a lot of kills under her belt, but you could see, you know, Mini just being on 2, pullox on 6, and you know, pullox was supposed to be that entry form as well, so that was quite lacking. A lot came out of that lurk from Aurora, and now MIBR is going to try to hold on to that victory so far. A lot of kills going in, and there we go. In just a matter of seconds, the round is done, and MIBR are looking hyped up.
Yeah, that round was over before it even began. I was really excited to note that Aurora had a Desert Eagle in pistol round, which is a bit of an out there play, but the pistols from the T side, they reigned supreme, just finding kills everywhere with these blocks. Exactly the start that MIBR needed here.
It's so crisp about it. It's like not. Sometimes you struggle to tap it with grabbing the kill, but it's just like boop boop boop, done, dead. Oh, yeah, with that, MIBR's on double digits.
Look at LyttleZ, 24 for 6. That is an outrageous scoreline. 16 rounds in.
But she often, and that's the thing, you know, back on CT side, she was very versatile with it all. Not always playing the same angles, and even on the rifle, some AWPers tend to struggle when there's just a bare rifle in the hands, not LyttleZ. Doesn't matter what you give her. So now even with a Mach-10 in hand, I have no doubt she can crack.
They're playing a very defensive setup here as GODSENT is stuck towards the A side, and this Heaven Wrap might just be its undoing, slowly creeping their way up here. Anna is playing this very tight angle with the USP. It should get cleared here, and it's a bit messy, but it does get found, and out the stack, it can be absolutely dismantled. Kiza, she's good for 2. In fact, gets the 4 in the end. Josi dropping down with 1 HP. That's a little bit dicey there. You can see the smile on her face as her ankles get a little bit bruised from that one, but
it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. 11-6, almost doubling now at the scoreline of GODSENT, and things are starting to look a little bit more dire. You know, the gap suddenly getting bigger and bigger, and it was very much doable. 9-6 half, you know, GODSENT now being on that CT side, but this is the moment if they want to get back into the game now. The full buy back on the board. No ARP though yet, also not quite for MIBR. They're just going to be going for a nice bonus round, get that economy going, which can be very valuable on that T side, and they're going to be swarming that A bomb side. Aurora still holding on. That's quite a couple of kills for her. And this is now suddenly a 2-on-1.
Yeah, with Aurora alive, that's very dangerous for Kiza. The 1 versus 2. The bomb has been dropped in the middle of sight as well, so she has to try and recover this. Slowly clearing these angles. Has some utility to work with, but doesn't want to give up her position yet. Slowly clearing here, and the first contest might be about to come through. Swings down, but Aurora, she's good for it. 3 in the round for her. Continuing her dominant performance here on the CT side.
Aurora's slowly going to be contesting the amount of kills from LyttleZ, but yeah, of course, the only difference is sometimes the rest of the team not quite showing, but this is a nice, good comeback. Also, you know, 2 people still alive, so you can take those rifles back into the next round. It's just Anna on an MP9, but still very solid. And actually with the bonus round previously of MIBR, they can have a little bit of extra cash now. So they have another full buy back on the board. Maybe a little bit less utility, but if they have a good game plan on board, they should still be able to give it a good try.
Some row reversal here. This time Josi has made her way down into Secret in the drop 2 through from the vent. Made a bit of noise though, so Mini is aware of this. Doesn't quite catch the timing onto Arkina though, but Anna on this flank is able to find Josi. That's a huge kill. Arkina was brought low earlier on as well, so she's a little bit easier to clean up as she starts to swing out. The opportunity is there, but can't quite find the head. 2-player advantage now for GODSENT, as MIBR have taken control towards ramp at the very least, and potentially looking like they want to go for a play up through Heaven.
They are going to send 1 player back to go towards lobby, just in case. In fact, those outside players are going to go into Heaven. sneaking all the way around from outside. So I like this, you know, just in case all the attention was on the ladder. It's not going to be there though, because not a single player in heaven. But Astra is watching it, does tag up LyttleZ. She's not dead yet. And now Aurora again striking, 3 kills for her. It's Aurora, the beast of GODSENT, going on and grabbing yet again another round here for themselves.
Aurora dragging them, kicking and screaming through this map. Fantastic stuff from her. She's an experienced player, and it's on display here at LAN. Really is the tale of Aurora and LyttleZ, isn't it? These two fraggers on both sides, top of the leaderboards. Really doing the work here.
Here we go. It's going to be a fast push into ramp. Well, at least that's what they tried, though the utility certainly will force them back, because there is not a single smoke in their hands. It's a good idea to throw that additional nade on top of it, but a bit of a change of plan. MIBR are going to try to rock this A-bomb site. Not quite going to happen. Pullox 3 kills, Aurora with another one to follow it up with. LyttleZ just 8 HP. This is nice. This is a very nice, clean round from GODSENT. So in order to be able to stack up that money, try to get back into the game, this is the exact way you need to be doing it.
I was kind of hoping they were going to commit to the eco rush towards ramp, because Mini with that M4A4 would have been in a great position to clean that one up. And I think if we're looking to players in the GODSENT squad that maybe need a bit of a confidence booster, it is a Mini. She is one of their better players normally. We've seen some fantastic stuff from her. Really, it's the Aurora show at the moment. I know they are starting to stage this comeback. We need all players firing here on Nuke. And Overpass is waiting as well, and I think that's also a map that GODSENT probably feel pretty confident on. I think it was their most picked map during the first season of Impact.
It's going to be very interesting. It's not a bad one for MIBR either. But perhaps we do eventually got a very close series on our hands. Now a bit of a pause, but going to go right back into it. 11-9. MIBR can certainly still hold on to it. We've seen it a lot of times yesterday when we think there's a bit of a comeback happening, and then the team that was originally in the lead still take it and hold on to it. But chances are here now for GODSENT. And they're very much eager to grasp onto that.
Early damage done with the utility. Makes it a lot easier to clean up Arkina and Josi with these M4s. Couple of players on top of T-Roof here, actually ready to set up for some utility. Bit of a spread out from MIBR, waiting to see if they can punish any aggression from GODSENT, but they're playing a very defensive setup here, just waiting for this hit to come through. Whoops.
I'm not sure where that smoke is supposed to go, but maybe not there. But hey, you know, sometimes these mistakes do happen. Now the rest of the full-on execute is going to come through. Good flashbang to top it off with there for MIBR. And oh, look at this. Aurora still making use of that smoke. Tries to go for a third one. That's not quite going to happen. But that suddenly did make things a bit more competitive. And Josi, oh, she exactly is in a great spot. Does get traded. Still a 2-on-1 now as Kiza takes that kill on ASTRA for herself. The bomb is planted. Anna needs to clutch it out. And what a great flashbang from LyttleZ to just take her out. And MIBR is back.
Yeah, that smoke, that's going to be a bit of a critical point in that round, I feel. Maybe the desk can break that one down later. But obviously that was intended for Squeaky Door, but it bounces off a bit awkwardly. And you can see, I really love that Aurora still capitalizes on it. And she's able to get 2 kills for it. But the fact that that opening is there towards Squeaky allows that initial side take just to come through. And yeah, it gets close there. But unfortunately, not quite able to fight back. The entries were too strong from MIBR. But courtesy of those consecutive rounds, it has put GODSENT into a good position financially, so they can still buy into this one with a bit of cash to spare. ASTRA with this AWP, looking to her for impact here. And MIBR, their buy, it's reasonable, but there is a Mac 10 in play.
As only on to Hera, who, together with Arkina, is a bit more towards the bottom, but everyone's still trying to do their bit on the side of MIBR. Just them struggling a little bit more here on that T side. Just waiting a little bit, seeing, you know, can we bait out some utility on the side of GODSENT? But they're going to be going in dry. That's already quite a tag onto josi, and ASTRA is ready here. There's another Molotov on top of it, a bit late. You maybe would have liked to have that one a little bit earlier to come through. And now they have ramp control.
So much pressure on Mini here, though. She's the only player on this side of the map. She has to come up good here. She does more damage. josi brought down to 1 HP, not quite able to finish her off. LyttleZ was brought low as well, but that's going to allow the bomb to go down. We move now into a 4-on-4 retake. The HP advantage is here for GODSENT. So they are in a good position for this one. Just setting up here, spreading out. And that's allowed the T's to get into a good defensive position here. 2 players out towards ramp. And this double setup on the rafters here. GODSENT are taking their time with this. That open plant is going to get a little bit tricky. They're going to start to enter out now. Aurora, she deals with terror. Anna able to find kill. LyttleZ not quite able to connect the spray. And it's the perfect retake from GODSENT. They don't lose a single player in it.
Yeah, that was really well done. And you could just see the struggle. Suddenly 2 players coming out of Squeaky and just not quite sure which one to shoot. Spray not quite hitting. And then GODSENT could easily try to capitalize on it, and they did it in a very extremely good fashion. So, with that being said, GODSENT is creeping closer and closer again.
Yeah, and I feel like Mini played that really well. You know, she doesn't get that initial kill, but she stays alive. She drops the incendiary, she makes it down to ramp. She just continues to do so much damage, slows down that aggressive play towards ramp, and does exactly what she needs to do in that anchor position. So really good stuff from her, even if she doesn't get a kill from it. It's enough to set up her team for success. And this time MIBR changing things up, going for a quick play towards Secret.
Just the pistols. You know, you gotta make something work. They're just gonna be running and gunning. It's gonna be a smoke though in front of them. Wondering to see if they're gonna actually be trying to go out. Oh, good nade, good ideas from Anna. She currently has 15 kills herself as well, so definitely not too shabby. She's looking to add a couple more onto them. I just hope that Mini can deliver a little bit more earlier on in that last round as well, when she was getting overwhelmed for a second. She looked so defeated too, just can't quite get anything going for herself. And maybe ideally, you know, if you're down still by 2 rounds currently, you want to add to the team. But perhaps this is now the round she can try and get a bit of a confidence boost. This player is still too close towards her in the big door. 2 in radio. Now they're going to be swarming out. And again, finally, another kill for Mini, though. The pistols do still swarm the side, and they can now also get that bomb planted. GODSENT are going to be waiting it out, try to regroup, and make this retake just as clean as the last one.
Yeah, they rotated off early there, just not sure what was going on. And MIBR exploit that timing, they slow it down, and they're able to get the bomb sites. Now, once again, we're into one of these 4-on-4 retakes. And again, the HP and weaponry advantage here for GODSENT, but Arkina playing back towards the silo. She's just poking out and swinging out the perfect opportunities. The kills are coming through from both sides, but it is MIBR that are coming out ahead, although ASTRA with the AWP is able to respond. The quickscope doesn't quite hit it. She's just trying to play around this smoke here, and she is able to, at the very least, stay alive, but has to get on this bomb. There's no time left. Even if she finds this kill, she's not quite able to connect it. And MIBR, they steal that one away with just the pistols.
Oh, that is so rough. You know, the recovered rifle there, Akina making it work. And that's good, because Akina had a little bit of a rough half so far, but back at the side are doing a lot of damage. And then suddenly, you know, if there's even just a pistol left, and especially if it's a Tech 9, oh my god. And again, LyttleZ is so good. Doesn't matter what you give her, the headshots are just always there.
And MIBR just played that perfectly, right? You can see the rotations were there for GODSENT. They brought so many players down. They dropped the smokes. They stopped that attack onto the B bomb site. But because MIBR went quiet, they started second guessing it. They're like, we've left the A site open. We need to rotate back and make sure it's covered. And as they do that, as they leave and it's just Mini left alone, that's when MIBR strike and they punish them. And now this lobby push, it's going to get punished as well. But pullox is good for 2 kills with that MP9. LyttleZ, she's on 30 kills at the moment, but can't quite find that one with the AWP. And Anna's able to find 2 of her own as well, out towards main. It now is LyttleZ. 3.0 KD, 30 kills within 23 rounds. An absolute machine here on Nuke. But it would be an incredible 1 versus 4 that she would need to pull off here.
She's going to be trying to play it safe, just checking the corner just there with the Molotov. But yeah, question is, do you ideally want to go for this? There's only $450 left in the bank, and at this point, you got to think about the long game as well. She's going to be looking to sneak into the site. Finds one player, that's Anna, and oof, sadly, not enough time to swing right back to the player up on top of the hut. But okay, it's another kill, but it is now time for GODSENT to get back into the server. Now, after this round win, they definitely need another one on top of it. Otherwise, it's gonna get too scary for GODSENT.
At least with the AWP recovered, they'll definitely have the weaponry advantage, and MIBR are forced into this one. They want to punish GODSENT here, and that might come back to haunt them with the money. Now Anna getting a great spray down, doing a huge amount of damage onto LyttleZ. She is able to get down into vents, and that's with the bomb on her back, I believe. So that's pretty big now. She can at least get that bomb down if she wants to go for it, but she's a little bit worried about potentially someone being nearby when she has no one to support her.
3 players to make it safely into secret. And ideally, if she could try and wrap around to ramp, she's not quite gonna do that, just delay things. Could be actually a very good play to try and catch any rotations, and here we go, just as the CTs are very eager to try and check out ramp. It's not quite gonna happen, so that's the first kill, but Akina now taken out of the question, so that is the rifle lost just as ASTRA peeks. Oh, the Deagle misses, but she's still alive. She can check now from this angle, and it's a very close one, but we know that ASTRA can make this happen.
ASTRA just got timing like 3 times there. That's so unfortunate for her, but Anna at least able to find that kill into LyttleZ. This retake looks a lot more comfortable for GODSENT. They have the weaponry, they have the player advantage, and it's just the 2 Deagles and a MAC-10 to hold off on the defense. Josi, she gets pushed out into the open off the back of that Molotov. Aurora finds that kill now. Kiza, that's a critical death there. Hera's the only one left, and she's been brought so low. She's just going to try and get out of there. At very least, she has the armor going into the next round.
Yeah. Oh, and now GODSENT definitely must feel confident with 13-12. Yes, they're still a round down, but the money is looking a little bit better for them. They're creeping closer and closer. And this needs to be the time now for GODSENT to strike. They need to win their own map pick, or they're gonna go home.
And Aurora, we were talking about LyttleZ on 31 kills. Aurora with 32.
Yes.
These are not normal numbers. Someone check PC. That is not normally. Anna going to do a fair bit of damage here onto Josi. It is just the pistols. Only armor on Hera that was kept over from the last round. So this should be GODSENT evening this one out. We're seeing what pistols can do, and MIBR, they've certainly got the firepower to potentially steal it away, but ASTRA with the AWP, she's on cleanup duty, even swapping to the USP, and these blocks are not going to get anything done.
Nice and clean. All 5 players are alive. So, economy-wise, that is a really good spot to be in, you know, considering it's round 27, not that much left. So just in case MIBR do take it, you have a buffer to work with, to steal it back. But a lot of pressure now onto MIBR. It might just crumble after actually a very good initial start over on their CT side. But you know, if GODSENT have a good CT side of their own, it might all turn up its head. Like that, ASTRA is going to go quite aggressive, has a lot of information already. So that means the other CTs start to focus more on the bomb site itself. Ooh, a bit of a spray right there through the hut. Tags down Anna quite a bit. But still everyone alive.
Yeah, I wonder if we might see ASTRA and Anna swap over rifles here, if they get the opportunity to do so, but it may not be the case, particularly with Anna playing such a close angle here. Just looking to see if she can catch off someone coming playing close here. This is going to be the opportunity, but she gets hard cleared by Akina. Utility is grading through now. Pullox on the side. She has to come up big. Good for 1. Burns out. That's ASTRA finding a kill with the Molotov there. And she's going to get got through the smoke though. Mini getting the trade in Aurora. She's going to drop the bomb. Sitting in backside. Doing it all now. And LyttleZ once again into a clutch. It's a 1-on-2 this time. The bomb has been dropped. She is aware of both these players though. Oh, seems to be a bit of a timing here. Aurora not quite looking the right way, but she's able to swing and connect the shot.
Oh, so unfortunate. LyttleZ thought that she was perhaps in heaven, and that wasn't quite the case, looking completely the different direction. And that's sometimes what these little conditioning things can do as well. So with that, GODSENT have suddenly switched things.
That's a big round. A huge round for GODSENT. Looking in control on their map pick here. This CT side has been a whole nother story. And it's not just Aurora, you know, Anna and ASTRA have been a huge part of their success as well. And that's exactly what they need here. With elimination on the line, they want to take it to overpass. They know that's another map they feel comfortable playing. And they're in a good position to take us there.
I mean, you know, finally, you know, there's kills coming alive for her as well. So it feels like it's not just the Aurora show anymore. Everyone chiming in a little bit. Anna also 19 kills currently. Definitely not too bad. And ASTRA 17 with that all. And that considering, you know, they've struggled sometimes a little bit with money, not always having the bank to afford that orb. And now they just have to go right in again.
Forced from MIBR here. They've gotten 3 kills and 2 MAC 10s. They do not want to let GODSENT get up to map point, but it means they don't have the weapons here for the job. ASTRA going to find the opening kill here, repositioning for a second as well. Even the third. Ramp is ASTRA's.
Wow. Just ASTRA being so quick and good on that orb time and time again. I was a little bit confused, or it might just have been a little bit of an issue, but I saw Aurora with just a pistol in her hand, nothing else, no rifle, and I was like, that looks weird. Oh, man, this moment in itself, man. Okay, Minnie chimed in for a second, but technically it wasn't even necessary.
It's a good change-up as well, because she hasn't been taking the orb to ramp very often. Anna going to be going for an aggressive play outside. Haven't seen this from her yet, but she does get spotted, but she's able to get at least 1 kill. Oh, that's a flick from ASTRA. Fantastic. Removes josi immediately, and the player advantage to GODSENT early on map point here as well.
Oh, she's got to do it again. Slowly and surely, she has a very, very solid run now for herself. Player advantage. Things have slowed down for MIBR. They need to gather some control. They're going to sneak, of course, now all the way into radio. It's a good position. No one quite actively holding the bomb site, making some noise right now. It's going to get interesting. They're going to try and, oh yes, good utility usage. So at least maybe took a bit of a hit. But they're still having Hera to go and lurk around. They could catch a rotation, perhaps. And ASTRA's looking to go outside. Oh, I'm not sure if they saw each other. Hera's going to take the opportunity to get into heaven. That's a lot of control and a lot of unawareness for GODSENT.
Well, Hera's definitely heard that scope as well, so she's aware that ASTRA is below her. We talked so much about the timings here, and this one's going to come down to Aurora. She's playing through CT vents, the only one on the site. pullox is potentially able to come through lobby, but Hera is going to find this opening. That's the kill onto Aurora. They can now pop up through the vents. ASTRA, though, the quick scope jumping out from heaven. That is a huge kill to find. The player advantage returns now for GODSENT, and pullox drops the bomb plant, and that is everything. And off the back of it, GODSENT, they bounce back and get their map pick.
Oh, just by an inch there as well. It was a shame that they couldn't quite turn around right on time. The idea of, all right, ASTRA's probably gonna come in from heaven. It just came in a little bit too late. And with that, all those tiny little mistakes sometimes give your opponent the right shots to just grab it and run with it. GODSENT, they take this map.
Yeah, an insane.